Hello, readers. How are you doing? It's so good to see you here again. Hey, have you ever been to a Chinese restaurant in the US or Canada and gotten a fortune cookie for dessert? You get these crisp little cookies. They're folded and baked. And if you break it open, there's a piece of paper inside. It's just small though. On the paper is a fortune or a life lesson that you can learn something from sometimes. This one says, share your happiness with others. I think that's a great idea. Sometimes they say things like, don't ever give up on your dreams, or if you try your best, you can achieve your goals. So today, I want to teach you that stories can be like fortune cookies. If you open them up, there's a little life lesson inside. Let's try it. Let's think of stories that we know. How about Little Red Riding Hood? Remember how it goes? Her mother tells her to go straight to her grandma's house and not to talk to strangers. And she certainly shouldn't tell a stranger about where she's going. But does Little Red Riding Hood do that? No, that's where the trouble begins. She talks to a stranger, the wolf, along the way. And she tells the wolf where she's going. You know what happens, don't you? That wolf runs ahead of her, gobbles up Little Red Riding Hood's grandma, and puts the grandma's bonnet on. Then he pretends to be the grandma when Little Red gets there. Little Red Riding Hood thinks something is strange, though. She says things like, "Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have!" and, "Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you have!" She sees that the wolf is pretending to be her grandma, but she still gets gobbled up. Thank goodness the woodcutter came along to shake the wolf so hard that Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma could get out. That's how the problem was fixed. In the end, what life lesson did Little Red Riding Hood learn? Well, I suppose she learned that she should have listened to her mother and not talk to strangers and not tell strangers where you're going. I suppose that's a lesson that others could learn too. Unfortunately, you can't always trust everyone. So readers, when you're reading, think back to where the trouble started and how it was fixed. And then think, what did the characters realize? Did they learn something from this trouble? And was there a life lesson in the story? Maybe we learned something. Reread the ending and think, how did the trouble get fixed? Think, what did the character realize or learn?